Lake Shasta is in Northern California near Redding. Huge, huge lake, 365 miles of shoreline, 500 feet at the deepest. We're gonna troll down riggers. We're gonna use some really cool new products and some old school products. It's the end of September. We're gonna look at the trout being 50 to 80 feet deep and maybe come up to the top. This time of year, the lake could be turning over or starting to turn over, so it might bring these fish up, push a few other species down. We'll have to figure it out. Look at the graph, find out where we're gonna go. We're also gonna run the Dr. Spoon. Now the Dr. Spoon is from Yellowbird Products and it's got a great flash. There's one that we're using that's silver plated. So at this depth that we're gonna be running these lures, it's gonna give off the most amount of flash. We first ran the purple rainbow trout color and we ran that down about 80 feet, picked up a trout. Didn't take very long.
That was on that purple, kind of a purplish Dr. Spoon. Yeah. Is he there or did we miss him?
That's trout. No, he's there. At least I think it's trout. That ought to be floating up any time now.
Yeah.
This guy's pulling just as good as the rest of them. Maybe even a little more. Dr. Spoon. Yeah, he's got shoulders.
Yeah, a little bigger spoon, you never know. Might be a little bigger fish. Looks good.
Nice. He's a little darker than the male.
Yeah, he's mature.
Yep.
Pit River bow, good fish. Look at that.
Yay, they work.
Well, I didn't doubt that they wouldn't. I figured that color would do it.
Very nice.
Those East Coast lures work.
So I can't wait to get back to Colorado. It's gonna be big fish season coming up here in October. So we're gonna run a lot of these Yellowbird products for big northern pike and walleyes. Second time we used the Hex Hammered Silver, and that was another trout. Didn't take very long.
Yeah, there's one on. That's the dock.
Got one on, Doctor.
There you go. All right, I dropped down to, right down to like 115. I think we might have found one of those kings holding down there, I hope. When you threw those spoons out at me, I looked at them, I knew right away, that's gonna be a good spoon. You know, this time of year, as these kings mature, they start to get down near the bottom. They'll make an attempt to spawn. You gotta get right down near the bottom in order to get them, you know.
You don't want to come in. That's good.
He is. He doesn't look real big, but he's sure giving you a good fight. And it might not be a salmon. It looks like it's a trout.
Guess they're not too big for these trout, huh?
Oh no, the trout will eat these. That's not a real big fish, but
They work.
yeah.
Almost forgot what it felt like.
That's pretty deep for a trout this time of year.
Yeah.
The Doctor.
The Dr. Spoon, the Hex Hammered Silver, is silver plated, and down at this depth, it's gonna reflect the most amount of light.
That's got some nice flash to it, definitely.
Yeah, it's got a good action to it.
Yeah, I like that action a lot.
Everything that we